expecting? Yes, of course. A magnificent night ahead. We don't have that many players who get the opportunity to play such big games. I'm expecting a good, even match in the home stadium against the host nation. A great evening, and the stakes are high, so we couldn't expect a finer event. It is as important to Switzerland, so what kind of an opponent are you expecting? What kind of Switzerland are we going to see? Switzerland played very well so far. Maybe the same idea from their Norway game as we had. We both lost, and I think Switzerland also should have won like we felt we should have won. They have good individual skilled players and very committed defense line and very fast going forward, attacking, so they have high quality players for the attacks. So quite a challenging match ahead, and at this point, after we've seen two matches from each team, I think we have the toughest team against us tomorrow in our group. Katariina, what's the spirit within the team, and how confident are you that Finland will take care of the points? Well, of course, we're all really expectant. You can feel it that we're waiting for a big game, so positive anxiety, but we're so happy with what we've been able to do and achieve, so we're confident that we will take care of the match tomorrow, and every time that we've been in such a situation, we've played well, so I wouldn't worry that we get overcharged or anything like that. What especially would you like to see from the team tomorrow? Well, brave play, the kind of we've been playing against Norway, for example. We want to take control of the game and attack in a versatile way. We want to create goal-making chances, and we also want to press. And as in the previous press conferences, please ask your questions from the player first, so that we can free the player up for other flash interviews. So any questions to Katariina Kosola? Any questions to our player, Ms. Kosola? Katsu, in the first game, you made an important goal. You said that you decided beforehand that you're going to score. So what have you decided for tomorrow? Well, of course, I've decided that we're going for the goal. You need to be decisive in the box and make your own decisions, and hopefully I will score and hit the net tomorrow. What are the most dangerous weapons of Switzerland? Well, they have a straightforward attacking style, and they have very fast wingers, very skilled, and I'm sure that there will be many crosses into the box as well.
Hi, Christian Finkbeiner from Blick, Switzerland. Is it for you special that you play against the home team at the sellout crowd in a big stadium? What does it make for you?
Yeah, I think it's a game that every football player wants to play. It's a big stadium, it's a big game, we have to win. So yeah, I think it's going to be a really nice game.
Marko, how are you going to score tomorrow? I don't want to reveal everything, but the set pieces at their best are extremely good. And of course, we get the goals in the box, at least so far. We have different kinds of combinations in how we get into the box. So tomorrow we will be effective in the box. Pia Sundhage is one of the legends, and you have the opportunity to end her career and let her enjoy retirement. What does that mean? Well, we've only met once before in qualifications for 17-year-olds, and Katariina Kosola was there, by the way, playing as well. Pia was the head coach of the Swedish 17-year-olds, so we've been against one another, but that doesn't really add anything to me. This is a delicious situation as it is. In the last game of the group stage, we will find the team that goes forward, so that's all the spice that we need. Weren't you in the team when the Finnish team previously went through to the quarterfinals in 2009? Yes, that's true, but it's far more competitive nowadays. Football has changed to such a degree that I think that if we go through this time, it's a better performance, even though in 2009 we went on to the semifinals. So I'd say that it would be a bigger achievement to go through to the quarterfinals, because it was such a long time ago when we did achieve that semifinal stage. Marko, this is Samu Saatsi. I just thought that Pia Sundhage said that Switzerland has really studied Finland. What about Finland? Have you scouted Switzerland? Yes, extremely well. We have an excellent scout team, and throughout the year we've been following Switzerland and all our group opponents, because they were in the same Nations League group as well. So we've been really scouting them and studying them, and after the latest game we also looked at them once again. If Switzerland has been more thorough in their preparations, I congratulate them, but I suspect not. Sundhage also mentioned your strengths, so using the center field in your attacks. So what can you do so that they cannot be prepared for that? Well, if we think about the game against Norway, we did attack other routes, through other routes, not just through the middle. We used different kinds of rhythms, slowly, fast, from the center, from the sides, and that of course makes it more difficult for the opponent to prepare. To whichever they're prepared, we need to find a different kind of option and solution, because there are always opportunities. All types of formations always have some room somewhere, and luckily we have quite flexible players, and our tactic needs to be flexible as well within the framework. So it will be an interesting game of chess. Whatever they want to take away from us, then we need to come up with new kinds of weapons. What is the situation with Jutta Rantala? What's his shape, and how many minutes will she play? Well, we've had 2 games and she played in both of them, hasn't scored yet, but let's see what happens tomorrow. Are all players fit enough for playing? Is Tinja-Riikka Korpela in full health? Maybe Jutta Rantala not in a 90-minute condition. Well, Tinja-Riikka Korpela has been training with us with a different kind of rhythm and is better already, or well, I'd say. And then in practice, all our players are healthy. Of course, in this kind of a tournament, there are some smaller problems, but overall, we are very happy with the health situation. You said a few days ago, I can't remember which day it was, that probably there are no players that are able to play all minutes in all games, but there have been some players that have been playing all the time. So are you planning any changes, maybe bigger changes to the opening lineup? Well, we'll see. We make decisions later today and name our kickoff lineup. Of course, we've been able to control the rhythm, the tempo in the games, and we've been possessing the ball and thereby controlling the pace. But of course, we also try to individually look at how much training each player does, and of course, how many minutes every player plays and what is the recovery of each player. We're in a good situation in that sense, but of course the games are always tough when we're playing at this level. But if you're able to control the game, as we have been able to do with the ball possession, that facilitates it. So that gives us the opportunity to determine the pace, but 90 minutes in the group stage games is a big effort from anyone. But after tomorrow, there's 1 week for recovery and training and getting ready. So if it's possible, someone might play 3 times 90 minutes. It's a tough effort, but it's possible. About the game control, ball possession, Katariina also said that you want to control the ball, and you've done that, but that's true also for Switzerland. So what do you think? Who will be in control of the ball tomorrow? Of course, before the match, you cannot say for sure. We have prepared in a certain way, and the beginning of the game shows how it starts to go, and of course there are different kinds of moments within the game, but we've been able to really control the game even against some very good teams. So I'm confident that we can do that tomorrow as well. That of course requires certain things from our defense, and as said, we are able to use different kinds of rhythms in our attacks. And also, when we're defending, we can affect the flow and the direction and how we control the game. It's a big fight, and Switzerland wants to do the same, and it's a race, and the stakes are high for both. Of course, a draw is enough for Switzerland, but there's a big prize for one of the teams tomorrow. But I trust my players and how we've been playing, and I believe that we will be able to win.
Hi. Switzerland is playing at home, and for them a draw is enough to qualify for the quarterfinals. Do you think Finland is, because of that, the underdog, or is it in a way an advantage for you that probably the pressure is a bit higher on Switzerland?
Yeah, it has been the same in all these games because we are the underdog. We are lowest ranked in FIFA ranking in this group, and there were not too many persons in the world outside our team who expected that we are playing in the last game. We are still having a chance to go through from the group phase, and of course for Switzerland, they are in a in a home stadium and a big crowd behind them. So it's always can be also pressure because it's so big prize for this game that who is going through. So it can be big pressure for a Switzerland team because, as I said, we are the underdogs and it's okay for us.
Vielä kysymyksiä Markolle?
Any more questions to Marko? If Switzerland makes the first goal, that means that Finland needs to make 2 goals. Have you prepared for that? Or on the other hand, if Finland scores first, how have you think about different tactical variations in your coaching team if one of these scenarios takes place? Yes, we've taken all these scenarios into account and we're ready for both, and the players will hear about that tomorrow, but we've really prepared for all possible situations, and of course we will also follow the game tomorrow and react to how it goes. But yes, we do have ready-made plans for every situation.
Hyvä. Jos ei muita kysymyksiä, niin
if there are no other questions, then we end this press conference here. Thank you.